here's Brody Brazil.
You know, if I'm being honest here, this is the exact type of video I actually don't even enjoy making, because I feel bad for all the people and companies who put so much time and effort into the ideas and execution of these City Connect jerseys, and then they inevitably leak. Days ahead or weeks ahead of an official announcement, the people who came up with this, they don't even get to explain themselves on the design or why it's cool or why you should like it. But I digress. This is happening at such a frequent rate. I'm almost wondering, and I do understand it's 2025, but I'm almost wondering, are these leaks even intentional to drum up more attention and buzz surrounding the jersey releases? So I digress. Just wanted to say that I don't like doing this, but because it's out there and there's no hiding these designs, let's begin with a couple different teams and their upcoming City Connects that appear to have been leaked online. The Chicago White Sox. Okay, I feel like this is the Chicago Bulls, right? Isn't that the exact same font and typeface across the front? I mean, why don't you just put 23? Why don't you just put Jordan right there? It's got the unique white sock with what looks to be wings on the back of it. That's kind of a cool logo. In all of this, you get to add a color like red. You get to, have a different theme like it's the Bulls. But you also, in City Connect, you get to make up a brand new alternate logo. And maybe it sticks, and I kind of like this right here on the piping of the sleeve. It just says Southside, Southside, Southside. That's pretty cool. It doesn't connect with me, but of course I'm not from the city of Chicago. If it said Bay Area or East Bay on it or whatever, that'd be pretty cool. If it was a jersey of my hometown team. The fake sleeveless design here. Now, I guess I need to see it with pants on. That's another big question, right? We're seeing the unveiling of the tops here, but what do the pants look like? If we're going with black pants on this jersey, if we're going with the same red pinstripes, down below as pants on this jersey, I don't know how that's going to go. So the pants are going to be an important part of this. I would imagine the hat is a combination of black and red, you'd have to think. Maybe that logo. That would be a pretty cool logo on a hat, right? So overall, I don't know if I'm here to grade this or evaluate this, but I do think you're starting to see some better iterations in this City Connect 2.0 series. Remember what the old ones looked like? They were black jerseys with white pinstripes, said Southside in that Gothic font across the front. If I'm being totally honest, just my opinion here, I like these better. I think these ones as 2.0 are an improvement over 1.0. But again, if you're a White Sox fan, you probably deserve more of that declaration than I do. I think this is pretty cool. I think it's obviously a nod to the Bulls, and maybe a lot of Chicago sports fans will like that. Maybe some won't. Maybe Cubs fans will feel like, hey, back off. I don't know what the culture is like in Chicago regarding whose fan bases overlapped and connect. But anyway, that's reportedly what the White Sox City Connect 2.0 look like. The Miami Marlins. I got to say, this feels Miami. Now, another black jersey, right, which is the core of the jersey, but I really like the texture of those lines right there. There's just something about that to me, but again, California person, to me, though, that says Miami. Really like the color scheme. I like the fact that they kept it to two colors, two kind of traditional Miami. I mean, and why don't we just do this? All right. Why don't we just go ahead and do it? Let's state the obvious of what that is. It's Miami Vice. The Marlins logo here, which is looks like the normal Marlins logo. Or is that the old school? Is that one of the original Marlins logo? Whatever it is, it's one we've seen before. They brought it back. They just kind of customized it to put it on the sleeve. Now, I wonder what pants are they going to wear? Because if they're pants with that texture and pattern, that might be too much. If they are pants of that teal color, that would be interesting. If they are pants of that hot pink color, that'd be really interesting. Can't wait to see the rest of this ensemble. I also noticed there's some kind of cool patch or logo there that's cut off here with the image. That also looks to be pretty cool. So again, if these are accurate, you've seen a Chicago White Sox / Bulls crossover. But you know what? Now I'm realizing, I said at the beginning of this video that maybe these leaks are happening on purpose. Maybe these leaks are here to throw us off. What if the designers and the manufacturers and baseball came out with these alternate leaks to throw everybody a curveball and then said, whoop, watch what we just did. Here are the ones that were secure. Look, in 2025, it's so easy for this stuff to get out. Images are sent back and forth, and so many people and eyes and ears are on this. It doesn't take much for it to leak. But I'm wondering, maybe at some point if baseball does this, they throw us some fake leaks and everybody buys this when it's actually not right. Because again, that is literally Miami Vice. Do I like this? Yes, I do. If I'm a Marlins fan, I probably want some version of this, and maybe the hat that they come up with is like teal and hot pink. Maybe it really pops, because I do feel like with the black colored primary jersey here of City Connect, you need a hat and pants that kind of pop. So maybe that's the case. Oh my goodness. These are awesome. And I really did like I'll call them the UCLA Red Sox City Connect 1.0 jerseys. I know it was in the color scheme of the Boston Marathon. There was a lot of sentimental moving tributes and reasons why they did the first round like they did. But oh my goodness, Fenway green. And there's no mistaking that color green what it is. It's not Christmas green. It's not like pine green. It's not Kelly green. That is Fenway green right there. I can do better penmanship than that, by the way. I'm just rushed and I'm here on the telestrator. In real life, my penmanship is pretty good. You got to trust me. That is sick. And I like how even the swoosh there is kind of a different, like a shade of gold or neon green or something. It contrasts well. I like the fact that it's like the same font as that's out there on the scoreboard on the green monster. This to me, and look at that. And I forget what is that. That's the balls and strikes, right? On the green monster. But isn't there also there's Morse code on the green monster? We're getting deep in the weeds here. But again, this is the part that upsets me, that they didn't even get to explain this before we've now seen it, right? That's the upsetting part for me in the City Connect leaks, is that there are so many probably details. I don't even know what that patch is. I bet you it's pretty cool. I bet you there's also some stuff on the inside of the neck there, like in this area, that's pretty cool that we're not seeing here that they don't get to explain. Now, to me, you got to wear white pants with this, right? Because that's going to make it pop. I really like the piping that they've done here. That is classy. I'm glad that they didn't extend it down kind of the spoon area here for the buttons. I think this is one of my instant favorites. And it just goes to show you, it doesn't need to be some crazy design. I mean, for Red Sox fans, this is traditionally very different. It goes against their typical colors and the font that they've always had. This is a far departure, but it's simple. It's simple and appreciated, and quite honestly, they might want to keep these forever as alternates. They can keep adding City Connect 3.0 and 5.0 and 9.0, but I think these are a good choice for the future alternate jerseys of the Red Sox. That is so classy. Have a Fenway day, have a Green Monster day, whatever, and you can always wear these. This is timeless, to be quite honest with you. A hat like this, in this shade of Fenway green, I don't root against the Red Sox necessarily. They're definitely not my favorite team. But if somebody gave me a Red Sox hat or some merch or a shirt, like a workout shirt that's this color and said Red Sox baseball on it, I'm digging that. They nailed the color on that one. Whoa. Look at the Rockies here. I mean, that there's so much going on here. The fact that the jersey is like top and bottom toned, like there's, I guess, like a somewhat like a bluish, purplish. I mean, that's definitely Rockies purple. I really like the color contrast, what they did there in the neon pink, and also adding that orange. I'm going to say that the color palette of what they did here to not only keep purple, but to add on to purple with some other like colors that pop, I think that is phenomenal. I'm not sure what to make about adding the Rockies in there across the front. You'll also notice that this jersey is missing buttons and like it's a pullover. This is not a button-up jersey, which, I mean, I don't know. Are they totally okay with that? Do they like pull-ups? Do they hate pull-ups? It's certainly not a sleeveless design, which I can appreciate because a lot of times we see that and that's a bad combo. But the fact that this is a pullover jersey and it doesn't have buttons is interesting. The neckline here, also very interesting. I don't know if I like it. I'm going to have to see this in person. And this one, I'll tell you what, we really need to see what this one looks like with pants on before we can judge it. Because again, all of these are just the jersey tops. So how does the complete package look? And maybe that's a reason why these are strategically leaking. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but maybe they're realizing that, okay, we'll show them a little bit. We'll show them the tops. We'll let that leak. Really, they should let the pants leak and then have everybody wondering like, ooh, this color pants, like what does that go along with? And then you find out it's this. The swoosh pops, the piping pops. Again, I really like the color scheme of this. I don't know if I like everything else about this. But we'll see. Rockies City Connect 2.0. And then these have already been seen and revealed for like more than a week. In fact, it's the 3rd of April as I'm recording this. The Giants are apparently supposed to start wearing these in the next like 5 days as part of their opening homestand. So these are no surprise, but I do have to say, I kind of went against the grain here and enjoyed these. I saw a lot of criticism of these, and this is the generic version. I think the Jung-Hoo Lee 51 were the first ones to come out here, but I like the orange on black that pops out. I like this wavy design. The Giants will have to explain what that is. I don't even care what it is. I like it already. You can't go wrong there. Little Haight-Ashbury like flower power patch on the side there. I'm wondering what that little emblem is. And also they snuck in a San Francisco. Like that's pretty cool too. And maybe putting San Francisco across the front was too much. Keeping it simple with Giants. I really like the purple to orange look here. So a lot of teams, it seems like what they've done is calm down on the wide open color scheme. Like the Giants are keeping a lot of orange in here, right? And they're also adding purple and this gradient. I really like the piping there. I think that looks slick. I really do. In terms of this font, I've already said it kind of looks like a corporate branding of something. I know it's supposed to be graffiti. It's not as graffiti as it could be. It looks more like corporate graffiti. The number fonts here, I'll just say this. 00 is not the most complimentary look for this. I do think when you see, the 51 of Jung-Hoo Lee or different number combinations, I do think, and maybe even a single number, here on the back, I think that's going to look a lot different than the double numbers and the double zeros. I think it's going to look better. But I really can't wait to see the hat that comes out with this. And I think we've already seen the logo leaked. If I draw out a hat here, I think it kind of has that like, undo that one. I'm going to try and draw this on the fly here, which is probably a bad idea. It kind of has like an SF squiggly design to it, which I think is going to look really cool. If it's a black hat, maybe even like a purple bill with an orange around the SF of that kind of font, or maybe that kind of look right there. I think it has a lot of potential. But again, this one has been out for a while. I don't know when the Giants are going to officially unveil this. Maybe it's already happening as I'm recording this. I don't think I missed their official unveiling, but I know this came out a while ago, and I know their debut of this is right around the corner. So that's it for this video. And again, I kind of feel like a clown here for unveiling these or talking about these before they've officially been released. But they're out there, and whether it's intentional or not, these leaks just keep happening of the City Connect series. Maybe in 2025, there's no way to stop the leaks. Maybe that's the case here. But once again, they're out. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, thumbs up helps me, this video, and this channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. That way I can definitely see you back here next time.